All right, guys, let's just jump right into it. Decided to take this a little farther and go down through here and actually extend this little shopping area inside the Planet Safari Park. So didn't do a whole lot of building. Added a bathroom, kind of like a little information desk you'll see here in a minute. Used a little bit of the billboard pieces on the facade. So yeah, like I said, just kind of turned this corner just a little bit and went down through here, and I actually at the end of this building turned and started another exhibit. And if we're I know if we're on the talk of uselessness, you know, this maybe I do got to give it to you a little bit. Right now is like, as far as not having any rides or coasters or anything, this whole area is pretty much useless. I mean, when I let the guests in, you can see I've got some actual shops over there off to the right, and I've got some, I'll have a bath, like I said, a bathroom, and I think maybe another shop coming down through here on this blue building as well. But really, it is just really just kind of like another experiment type park, in the hopes that one day we will actually have animals that we can put in these exhibits. And kind of goes back to my my previous thoughts on the Planet Safari video, where I said that I believe, not only I believe, but I hope that Planet Safari is some kind of expansion to Planet Coaster rather than being its own standalone game. And it goes back to doing stuff like this. Like, you know, I want to actually have like animal enclosures and rides and all that combined. Like, I really don't want to. I think me and Geekism were talking, like, you wouldn't really, if you get into a groove and you're creating this stuff and you've got an awesome main street going, maybe have a really cool tiger enclosure, or you know, a like, say, a gorilla rehabilitation area, or some kind of center like that, education center. And then you've got an idea where you want to do like a Cheetah Run type, just say, yeah, Cheetah Run launch type coaster. Do you see my point, where like you wouldn't want to have to totally back out of this and not be able to ever combine the two? Like, I really think there is a want out there in people to create Busch Gardens type parks. Like, it's just something we want to do. You want to have the animals, you want to have the safaris, you know, you want to have your Animal Kingdom type places, you know, where you have your Expedition Everest, but then you've got the safari and the nature centers and bird shows and stuff like that. And I think they would really be doing a disservice to these games and what they've done so far by splitting those two up and having separate games. And of course, too, we also know now with the announcement of Jurassic World Evolution, that makes our point and our case even stronger, that Planet Safari will be an expansion of Planet Coaster, hopefully. Fingers crossed, as far as I'm concerned. Maybe, you know, there's a, but, you know, at the same time, it's funny, like, I'll put these videos out like this, but I get a lot of hardcore, like, Zoo Tycoon guys and girls out there that are like, I don't really dig Planet Coaster that much. Like, roller coasters aren't my thing. And their concern is, and I'll go ahead and put this out there, their concern is that if Planet Safari is an expansion, Frontier won't go 100% in a Zoo Tycoon simulation type area. And I guess there's some plausibility to that. Like, they think that if it's just an expansion, we'll get like 20 animals and maybe a zoo type theme. I think Frontier is going to take it deeper than that. So I think the hardcore you know, Zoo Tycoon simulation people, I think Frontier knows that because they've built Zoo Tycoon before, so they know, just like the Roller Coaster Tycoon community, the theme park community, they know how passionate you Zoo Tycoon people are. I kind of played it more for fun, definitely took Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 more seriously than any of the Zoo Tycoons. So to me, any kind of, okay, I know you guys, some of you guys are probably going to cringe and hate to hear me say this, but, you know, 30 or 40 animals to me would be great. Like, that would be more than I would expect, because that's the Zoo Tycoon stuff's not really my genre. I don't really, you know, the animals are cool and I like building the exhibits and stuff, but I think I side on theming out, working on theme parks more so than building zoos. And that's why I think, you know, having zoo type themes or a safari type theme, a whole expansion dedicated to animals and those themes would be like, blow my mind awesome. Like, because I don't have my hopes set really high for a standalone zoo expansion. So anything like that would just be the cherry on top for me. And, well, of course, you all know, too, my baby, though, that transcends the zoo and the Planet Coaster, for that matter, is a water park DLC. So, you know, you guys know, if you have been around the channel for the last year and a half, that is really my my midnight dream, is to have a water park DLC. So the zoo stuff, the safari stuff's great. But look, water park stuff, it even makes me kind of stutter. And so, yeah, that's kind of what my hopes are on. But, yeah, the Planet Safari stuff, cool with me. I do hope they put in enough for you guys that are wanting that reboot of Zoo Tycoon, kind of like us RCT3 guys got with Planet Coaster. This was our reboot, our 10-year wait. And I don't know, you guys may have to wait a little longer. And, you know, I would just hope that you won't be too disappointed if they drop it as an expansion and it doesn't live up to the enthusiast expectations. But, you know, hopefully not. Hopefully they'll give you what you want. Give me what I want, and you know, we'll be cool with it. So, yeah, I'm totally rambling now. This is the part where I go in and kind of try out a different. Well, actually, I had in mind what I wanted to use for the facade billboard on this. So, another cool thing, I think it really makes these buildings stand out, and that's what you guys need to do. Like, how I found this was I quite literally Googled African wall texture, and I found that, and you know, it works. It really, if you don't overdo it, and you know, I know that sounds real rich coming from me. Don't overdo billboards, but you know, it's like Rudy and I had mentioned, there is an art to it, even with the billboards and how you present the stuff, and you definitely don't want to overkill it. So you can see what I've done here. I've just sporadically placed the billboards just here and there on different walls, just to give it that little bit of pop, and you don't have to do it everywhere, all over every facade. So, you know, just keep that in mind when you're looking for your billboards. And another thing too, when you're building these type of main streets in these shop areas, I know I've said it before, just don't get discouraged. Kind of push through stuff, and you can always just delete it. So, you know, there was actually a time when I was building this, where I almost scrapped the whole thing. It didn't, like, rounding that corner, it wasn't looking right. The height of the top of the buildings, I don't think looked right, but I kind of just pushed on through it, added more detail, and it ended up becoming satisfactory to me. So a lot of times you have to just, I know it might get a little boring, or you know that this doesn't look good, but you wouldn't believe how many times I thought that same thing, but said to myself, all right, I'm going to push through. Let me add some pillars to this. Maybe let me get some columns. Let me find a billboard for this wall. Let me add some wood beams to this, you know, this front awning. And it really has, there would have been a lot of stuff I would have scrapped and given up on if I wouldn't have pushed myself to keep on going and keep trying. So don't always abandon your facade so quickly. Let it play out, and let your ideas kind of morph as you're building it. So that's kind of a old tip from your old boy Sdanwolf. And, you know, this is kind of wrapping up the video right here. I know it's kind of a short video. I haven't really worked a lot on this park. Actually, most of this footage you've seen, I recorded probably 2 weeks ago, and just haven't really gotten around to putting a video together of it. And I've kind of started some new things and messed around with some other stuff. And but now I'm back into it. I actually am probably going to be out of the loop for a little bit. I'm about to go on vacation, so hopefully I can have some cool updates for you guys from Disney World and Universal Studios. So I'm going to go down to Orlando and hit that stuff up for a couple days, and maybe do a little vlogging down there, and come back and see if I can get a video out, and see if you guys, you know, give you a little perspective of down in there and kind of what they're doing and all of that stuff from my point of view. But yeah, anyways, guys, so that's kind of what I've been messing with. I was telling Delady Signer and a couple people, I've been in a little bit of a drought these last 2 weeks. A little demotivated. Like I was telling her, I'm kind of really ready for an update. Like, I think I know, and like I said, the big stuff I know is probably being held for the expo, but I definitely would welcome, like, some kind of surprise Thursday announcement where some, you know, new theme or something's being announced, or you know, some big preview comes out that shows us something new. I am just kind of really just ready for something new now. I'm kind of feeling a little demotivated. I know I've got a lot of vehicles and stuff coming out, but that is like really sporadic, just one-time random type ideas, instead of like, I don't have any big picture ideas right now. Kind of want to see if we get Halloween stuff. Want to see what the Planet Safari news is, if there is any. And it's really kind of throttling me back right now from starting anything new or starting any new big ambitious type projects. So, you know, that's just me. I'm just kind of weird like that. I'm just kind of like, you know, squirrel. I'm just always in different directions, and always looking for frequent updates to kind of keep my mind jogging and keeping the fresh ideas coming. So anyways, that's my 2 cents worth. Yeah, like always, guys, give me a thumbs up if you end up enjoying this video, and don't forget to tap my little bell button up there if you're not getting notifications when I post videos, or if you just kind of come across mine randomly every couple of weeks. Tap that bell and you will get a notification every time I upload. And yeah, thanks for coming hanging out with me, and I will catch you in the next video. Thank you, guys. See ya.